Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Journeys to Red Island. Today is the day for Eotriceratops. Can it make it to Red Island through the hopping of islands? We will see today. And I want to first off go into our character panel and show that I'm using the raspberry skin for this lovely male that I named Skull. You might wonder why I'm not using the skull skin, but I really just like raspberry. It is beautiful. It definitely shows how he looks. Pretty menacing in my opinion. Now most people are not a fan of the quills on the back of a ceratopsian, but this is mainly for the fact that it has stamina recovery, because we have all the attack damage, fracture healing. Those ones are cool and all, but our goal in this test is to make it to Red Island the best we can. Remember, you can always swap back to another one usually. Whenever you made it to Red Island, to a one that you prefer to be on most. But at the end of the day, raspberries what we chose, and stamina recovery is the most needed for this goal. Abilities, head slots, sharpened horns, pretty cool. Pretty cool ability. You're not really going to be using it in this. Now you have Lone Survivor. It's going to increase your armor and maneuverability, which is very good when you're not in a group. You're going to want to have it. The thing is, with Stampede, increased damage with each Ceratopsian, it has nothing to do with speed. I wish it had something to do with speed. It just makes sense if you're with a group of other Ceratopsians, you're going to be moving faster. You're just all together, and just the energy of it will just fuel you of like, oh, we're going, oh yeah. I feel like Stampede should have like some sort of speed buff or more stamina to it. But that could also make them more dangerous. So stamina would actually make more sense in my opinion. Stomp, another attack that's useful to have, but we're not going to be using it in this test. Metabolism, they have Forager, and as I always say, you're going to need Forager for the fact of roots, but also increases the chance of getting food. Roots just means you're going to have another source of water when you're living on Red Island. But when getting there, you're going to want to have Herbivore. Hide, increased venom bleed healing. It's just good to have in general. Take less knockback and fracture healing or charge in a line. Neither of these are going to be helpful for what we're doing, but I guess the fracture healing could be useful in the case of there's something in the water, they fracture you, you're going to need to be able to use it. But in this case, for Eotriceratops, there's nothing that's going to truly be useful into helping them get to Red Island. The next part of the goal is, well, making it there. Now, first things I always have to make sure y'all know when we're doing this test, if you're a creature that can jump, use your jump ability to help get you further across over in the water. But Eotriceratops does not have that ability. You know, I could just spam the space button, but you're not going to really hear it. Now, the next thing you gotta look into is your well, no, hold on. Mashemi, you're getting a little too ahead of yourself. The next thing you have to look into is your creature's speed. How fast they move in the water. Anything that can increase that is going to be the most useful thing to have. Next is your stamina bar. After that disappears is your oxygen bar, and then the health bar. Each thing has its purpose from getting you from one point to another. Now let's see if we can make it to the next island and judge our movement speed. Eotriceratops moves quick through the water. That is really good to be. If you can move quick in the water, you have a higher advantage more than most creatures. Now their stamina pool is not the greatest, but it is still solid and gets them here with some despair. That's good to have. And now that we've made it to this part of the island, I also want to point out that I kept forgetting to do in the last two videos, is whenever you're sleeping up here to regain your stamina, and watch how fast your stamina grows back in that case, you're going to want to sit on one of the rocks. Each rock has a purpose to it, because creatures can attack you from either of those directions. Some creatures even are known to jump from the water there onto the land to attack you and more surprise you. Anyway, we're getting our stamina back. We're taking a look and seeing if we can make it to Red Island. It's a beautiful place and unique. If you have a creature that live on Red Island, you're gonna make people's mouths drop when they see a specific creature they don't expect to see on Red Island. It's pretty inspiring to think about it, if a Eotrite could make it there. I have high beliefs that an Eotrite will, because I've seen them truck through water before. Now, me taking this time to truck through the water beforehand, like when you saw me getting to this island, well, I didn't know if maybe they changed it at all. Seems like Eotrite still has their perks of just trucking through that. Anyway, the next point. You run off, and now you're just making your way to the next point of travel. If you can make it to this island, pretty good. That's pretty cool. Eotriceratops makes it fast. Now, one thing you always gotta look out for is if you can make it over that lip of stone. If you can make it over it, then you're good to go. If you can't, oh buddy, that's not good, because you're gonna have to try another way of getting to the island. But so far, each creature has been non-modded in. So not a modded in creature, these are all vanilla creatures that you can play as for the series. Have been able to make it to this point. Maybe not, I don't know. I can't remember if any of them couldn't make it to this point. If there was any that couldn't, let me know in the chat below. Or if you don't know for certain and you're like, maybe I'll look back at one of Mashemi's videos and see if one of the ones that I thought wouldn't be able to make it actually could make it or couldn't make it. Let's see. Anyway, at this point, I would like to point out that one of the things you got to worry about when crossing to get to Red Island as any creature is on public servers, players are not going to let you make it across. I know it seems repetitive, but not everybody is going to watch every episode, and if you do, thank you very much for making it to this point and watching the videos. It really does me a lot of joy, gives me a lot of happiness to continue making these videos when I see all those views. Man, oh man, it makes me happy. But even if y'all aren't sticking through and watching all of them, it still makes me happy to see that many views come into my channel, and it's just, wow. People are actually watching my videos. It doesn't matter how long y'all watch it, in my opinion. It's just great that people took the time to just see it and that it exists. Anyway, now that our stamina has returned to us, let's make it to the next part of our journey. Remember to keep an eye out on your speed, stamina, oxygen, and health bars. And we're trying to make it to the Tooth of Red Island. Is the most recognizable spot to know where you're going to get to Red Island. I call it the Tooth of Red Island because it looks like a shark tooth. And yeah, that's our goal. Alright, the comments down below, let me know if you believe Eotriceratops can make it to Red Island, or if it cannot. As well as leave a like, dislike, and subscribe if you want to see more content like this. There will certainly be more. After all the vanilla creatures are done, we're moving on to modded. And now that we're getting to the point, watch the oxygen depletion rate. How fast does it deplete? Will it allow Eotriceratops to make it? It depletes quickly. It really does. But yeah. Buddy. Oxygen's depleting. And now the health is depleting. So through it all, Eotriceratops made it through with about, I want to say, somewhere between 70 and 80% health. But in the end of the day, Eotriceratops can make it to Red Island. I accidentally took a screenshot, did not mean to do that, but you know, it might actually look cool. I don't know. Anyway, Eotriceratops can make it to Red Island. That is great. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like, dislike, comment down below like I said before, and hey, see you in the next one. Bye-bye.